Got myself a cup of coffee. Fresh cup of coffee. Today, I'm going to talk about the Untangle W8 box. I've been working with it for about a week and a half. I'll have to say this. It's fast. 10 gigabit throughput on the layer 7 is very, very fast. Part 3 of this video will be me using some iPerf tests and file transferring and stuff. I'm waiting for a new switch to come. It'll be here this week, so that'll be the next video. Did you like my last video? Go give it a thumbs up and like this video and subscribe, please. Thank you. We're at 415 subscribers. So, today I'm going to walk you through using the console to factory reset this because I've been using it. So I'm going to factory reset it and I'm going to set it up, join it to the cloud portal, give it a license, and then go through a couple things setting it up, making sure it works. Hopefully we won't break my network connection with the ISP because they are finicky with MAC addresses, but should be good to go. So let's console into this. There it is. Escape. Escape. Okay, so we're connected, but I want to make this bigger so you guys can see this. So let's go at this and go change settings. Wow. Appearance. Change 16. Okay. Apply. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see this properly. Sorry about that. So we've serialed into it. I showed you guys last time how to do that. Serial into the box by plugging in the provided USB cable to it and then setting it up on your computer. This looks like the default settings of this box, but I'm going to reset it back to factory so we can go through the wizard together one thing at a time. So let's go to reset to factory defaults. Now, as you can tell right down here, factory is 2.1. So when it reboots, we'll watch it reboot. We'll go back to that and set it up. So we'll go reset. Are we sure? Yes. Oh, and I also have an access point here. I'm going to plug into the PoE ports that work awesome. And I also have my work phone and personal phone plugged into this, and it worked great for the PoE. So anybody that wants to buy one of these and run PoE device on their access point or phone problem by chance, it will work great. So just so you know, this thing is rebooting, connecting to the NG firewall. Take a sip of my coffee because I need coffee. If you guys have ever seen, I don't know if I have any pictures of my wiener dogs that I used to have. That's where this cup came from. My wife thought it would be cute to go to work with. Have you seen my wiener? But yeah, maybe I'll get an Untangle coffee cup. I should message Brandy and be like, can I have a Arista coffee cup and shirt because I keep wearing my Untangle stuff? Maybe something's coming. Are you sure you want to reset all the factory settings? I mean, didn't we already do this? Yes. Is it doing it twice? Oh, my main monitor's over here. Meh. Oh, duh. It says we got an IP address, so ping 192.168.2.1. There's T. Is it up? No, it doesn't look like it's up. Has to be rebooting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but let's make this bigger too. Properties. Font. 18. That fix? No. It says it's... I don't know what this thing's doing, so let's go at this and see if we can see it on the web browser, because that's strange. Oops, this browser. Here. 192.168.2.1. Is it there? We don't have an IP address, it doesn't look like. Maybe. Let's go with this and toggle. I find doing pulling the cable out of your computer and pushing it back in a lot faster than doing release or renew. So let's see here. Let's reboot the box. See what that does. That'll give us a fresh connection maybe. There it goes. It's rebooting. Beeped. Here's our specs, and it's booting. Woohoo! This thing boots quick. Holy. Oh, I know what the issue is. I know exactly what the issue is. It's not going to get an IP address because we haven't turned on the 10 gig ports yet. So we got to plug back into port 1. Once I plug in the port back to port 1, it should come online or give me an IP address. Let's see here. Yeah, see? Boom, right away. Forgot that we have to do that. 10 gig port is turned off, so you have to go in there and set it to, and I'll go over those settings in a minute here. First, we just want to get it set up. So log in, get it all set up. Let's log into here. And we need my 2FA code, and I have it sitting right here. So, oh no, it's on this one. 239,887. Go. So we want to continue. So now we're up. This is what you go through when you get an appliance like this. So we'll add it. Install tape. We are going to go. Oh, actually, I'm going to click other because this is for me. Time zone is correct. Let's make this a little bigger for you guys. Hopefully, you guys can see this. Oh, am I going the right way? Yeah, it's going the right way. So other, a label. We're going to call this Jason's Lab W8. Host name is not going to be Untangle. We're going to call this firewall.jasonslab.ca. Delta, huh? Okay. So we're going to use, since I got two codes here, we're going to use the NFR that I get for doing these videos. We're going to give it this one right here. And then we'll go agree. Add appliance. Now, it will go offline for 30 seconds because it's registering, doing all its network config, and it just showed me down here. I don't have it set right here, but it's on the other monitor. It will go offline for about 30 seconds and then come right back up because it's applying its config and doing all that kind of stuff. There we go, back online. Okay, we'll log back in. I'm going to close these guys behind us here. We're going to tell it, no, we're not going to save that. First thing I really want to do before I change anything and go too far is I want to change the IP address because I want to use not 2.1. I want to use 8.1. Done. Save. Oh, you have to go through the next stage. My bad. 8.1, and then we got to go back to DHCP. 8. 8. Now, we can save our settings. It's going to go offline, turns off the port, wait a couple seconds. This isn't happy because it did an SSL. We'll go HTTPS 192.168.8.1. It should be back up and running in a second here. There it is. Saw the network config. Come on. Now we're at our proper. Wish Bitwarden would stop asking me, but whatever. Okay, so this isn't going to work. This command center is still online. Look like this. Make this a little bigger for you guys. So we have to go to get the 10 gig networking port working. It's off by default. Disabled. I don't know why they do that, but maybe so you guys can turn it on by however you want. And you'll see that the PoE ports are off too. So we got the W8. We have a 10 gig SFP. A basic. See if this focuses. 10 GTech. 10 gig DAC. Just a little one. Plugged into port 1. Into a Qnap QSW-2104-25 or 2S switch, so it's dual 10 gig for 2.5 gig. On the back of the Untangle, we have port 1 up top for WAN, and then we have LAN right underneath of it, and then the rest of them are all signable. These two are PoE with our PoE power port here. And then we have the main power over here with a screw terminal, right? And then we have our antennas, and we have two PoE devices plugged into here. The 10 gig ports, the SFP ports here, sorry, pointed at the wrong one, are not negotiable to 1 gig. I tried everything to get these to work at 1 gig, and they will not. I've tried every type of cables I can find online to get these to negotiate at 1 gig. The reason why I wanted them to negotiate at 1 gig was because I have this switch, which is all PoE, and I wanted to connect this to here to give me more PoE ports, and I could not get it to work at all. No negotiation, would not light up. As you can tell, the ports light up, but would not work. So make sure we're on the internet. We are. I want to do a fast or a speed test, so let's go fast.com. Not bad for a Sunday morning when 8:30 in the morning, all the kids are probably watching TV and stuff in the neighborhood. Oh, we're getting our gigabit symmetrical connection. I'm fine with that. Okay, so we have all that. Now let's check all our apps. All our apps are loaded and somewhat here. There's probably a couple I'm going to get rid of, like bandwidth control. Meh. I don't use that. Remove that. I'm not going to use it in the lab. SSL Spectre, I'm not going to use that too because that's a pain in the butt to get working with certain things. We have threat prevention turned on. The firewall's turned on. Captive portal. I don't even know why that comes default, but let's remove that because I do not need that either. Let's remove all the apps we don't need today. As you guys can tell, this thing's snappy, like very fast. Some of the other boxes I've worked on, this takes a couple minutes to do certain things. These aren't turned on because they're not configured yet. So web filter, virus blocker, all those. Is there any other apps we should install? Nope. Application control should be already in. And let's go back. Threat prevention's installed, but intrusion prevention's not. So let's turn that on. I already installed it anyways. Let's go back. Intrusion prevention. We'll save this. Always got to remember to push save. Save's always got to be pressed every time you do something. I guess it's not as bad as Cisco where you save it and then you got to go and write the running config, then you go back and check everything. Pain in my butt. Okay, so all these are on. As this is set up, let's turn on these other two ports, and I'm just going to connect them to the LAN connector. So we're going to go this one, 7, bridged to internal. We're going to go 7-POE. Actually, I'll go 0 or little e. POE, just so I know. Done. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other one, right underneath. -POE. I did it again. I did it again. Bridged to internal. Done. Save. Dashboard. That's all here. Now, I'm going to grab... Oh, should have made this cable easier to reach. I'm going to plug in my phone that I have that is configured to go out and talk to a SIP server that I joined for a friend. Plug that into the bottom port. You can see that it's powering the phone up and it's on, it's going online. In the meantime, let's grab this spare Aruba AP11, actually no, it's the 12. That's the 11. The 12 access point, and let it boot up and join it to the cloud and see if we can put some VLANs on here. I'm hoping to get some Arista switches so I don't have to use Aruba stuff for doing these videos for you guys, because it defeats the purpose. So let's take this guy, we'll put him over here. Well, I guess we can turn on the Untangle firewall wireless. So, to turn on the built-in fast, it's pretty fast, I liked it. Let's go like this. We'll go interface 9-Wi-Fi. And we'll go bridged. Bridge to internal. The SSD, we'll call this Untangle dash. Just call it Untangle. AP mode. What are other client AP mode? Oh, it can connect to something else. Okay. Encryption. We'll call it WPA2. Is there any channel differences? Huh. Let's set it to 5 gigahertz. So we'll give it this one. See if this works. Done. And we'll go apply. We'll probably get knocked offline. And it's up and online. Let's see if this is running in a minute here too. So we'll grab my phone and we'll see if that's online now. Do we see it yet? There it is. It's already there. Connected right away. Let's do a speed test to make sure that we're pulling from the right IP address. $260. It's not bad. I'll show you that I'm online here. So we'll go DHCP server. There's my phone right there. Okay. If we really wanted to, we could take interfaces and make a new one. We'll go like this and go here. We'll call this REST. Parent one is internal. We'll call this 10. We'll call this 10.0.0.1. Net mask 2.4 for now. DHCP, yes. 10.0.0.10. 50, 3600. We'll give it, oh, not net mask, DNS 1.1.1.1. Done. Save. Let's see if we can change the guest Wi-Fi to the guest network. Maybe our access point will be ready in a minute here too. It's orange. Yes, we know the connection has been lost. Okay, guest network's down here. So if we go to the wireless, can we change that to the guest? Oh, we can. There it is. Done. Save. I wonder if there's a setting to make this. I think there's something I remember seeing a long time ago when you do advanced. I always thought there was a setting. I don't know where that is. Config. Administration? No. Config. System. Well, I forgot. There used to be. I thought there was a setting where you can make it so every time you make a network config change, it didn't turn the take the network off. I'll bring that back up later. Have some more coffee. As we're waiting for that, I guess, I can show you guys one of the rules that I always set. Let's go filter rules, add, block, guest, from source interface, guest, condition, destination interface, internal, block. I always do this for anything guest. IPv6, so we'll go save. And then we will go to apps, policy manager. And if we go to policies, we need to create a policy so that way we know the traffic is going through its own policies, so we can direct what things happen and stuff like that. So let's go add a policy. We'll call it guest. This will also allow us to put certain features like ad blocking or parental stuff for all the different apps that we put into it specifically for this network. Because maybe we'll create another network for, I don't know, like your staff that need to go to certain websites that you shouldn't have for guest networks. So you want to have this kind of policy. So in here we create a first policy. So by default everything's going through its own policy by default. But this policy, if we go add, we'll call it guest policy. Can't see with cursor. Policy. Okay, and we'll go condition source interface up here is guest. Condition destination interface is external. And we're going to call this guest policy. This is going to force all the guest traffic through this policy so we can have more control over it. We want to go save. Now if we go back to here, we can click default policy and go to guest. Notice how there's no apps in here. So under here, we want to go install apps. So we want to give them virus blocker because we'll be courteous to them and say, hey, we'll protect your device on there. We'll also give it web filter because we want to block all the content that we don't want on that network. So now, if you go back to the guest policy in the top corner here, you'll see that we have web filter and virus blocker, and this is going to be for the guest policy. If we take this out of the default policy, these things won't be protected in the default. So you have to have these two policies, or you have to have the policy for guest to force all the traffic through this. Let's go back and see if this is here yet. If it's not, I'm going to give up. It's not! But it's there. I don't understand. 12. I mean, and now it's orange, so it's not happy. I give up. Poof. We'll take you out. We'll plug this one back in. Maybe I have to call Ruben and say, hey, my access point's broken. I don't know. The reason why I went for the 12 is because this thing takes forever to boot. I don't know why they take so long, but we'll go like this. The whole point of me using an extra access point was to show you that the PoE is working, but there it goes. It's on. This takes about 3 to 4 minutes to boot, so we'll go back to our portal and wait. We'll go through some more of this stuff. So, the guest network is set up. I also have another rule in here. Config, network, advanced. And I put another access rule in here. And I go like this and I go add. Oh no, I don't put it in here. Sorry. Filter rules. Add. Block. Guest. Portal. Access. So I go condition source interface is guest. Destination interface is, actually no, we go source interface, destination port is 80,443, and we go like this and we go block, done, turn this off. Save. This makes it so they can't even get to the portal interface to know what kind of firewall it is or anything like that. There's other ways of figuring that out, but I make it so they can't even get to the main page. Which brings up to another thing I also do. I'm all over the map today, sorry. Where is that? That's under config, administration, and we go 192.168.2.0/24. Oh, 8. I changed it. Sorry. 8. I would have locked myself out. Actually, technically not, because I could have got back in through the CMD. Then, we go save. So anybody that is on the guest network or any other network that I create will not be able to get to this window that we're at right now, to the dashboard on here. So technically, if I take my phone and I try to go to HTTPS 10. What's my phone getting? Where is it? Config, network, DHCP. No, I'm just not getting the right API. Let's get off of here. Still stuck on the other one. Should be getting a 10 address. What do we get? 10.0.0.16. So, let's go back to our browser. 10.0.0.1. See my rule. Filter rules. address. Forgot to put that in there. 10.0.0.1. Done. Still working. Why is this not working? Let's delete it out of here. Save. Pretty sure I put it the other place. Not in filter rule. I put it under advanced access rule. Add. Block. Guest. Portal. I always name things so we can find it. So we go source interface. Guest. Source or destination address 10.0.0.1 port 80,443 pass block done, and we want to move it up here. Save. Yes. Okay, so we'll close our browser. We're still on the wireless network. HTTPS. To make my life easier, so I don't have to type everything and change my keyboard. 10.0.0.1. And it's blocked. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So, let's go back here. Let's make sure our device is online. Look, one device is online. Finally, it took its time. And we got the AP11D. So, perfect point to showing you guys that the access point and PoE works on these devices. I can't remember how many watts that was. So let's look that up so I can show you guys. It was products, appliances. Does it show us how many watts per port? PoE plus. How many watts is a PoE plus? Oh, Google. That didn't work. PoE plus. Copy. Watts per port. 30 watts per port. Can't remember how many watts this power adapter is. How many watts is this power adapter? This is 65 watts. So that would make sense. 30 watts per port, 65 watts for efficiency, so you got a 5%. But yeah, as you can tell, a couple mistakes in here because the access point didn't want to come online. We got myself a block rule, got the access point running, and Wi-Fi running on the Untangle device here under interfaces here. So quick little video. I'm going to be doing more. Hopefully some devices start showing up so I can do more in-depth stuff like my 10 gig and go from there. You guys have a great day. I'm going to go drink some more coffee, walk the dog because it's looking at me like she wants some food, and I'll go from there. You guys have a good one. See ya.